Yeah, excuse me. Excuse my eye. You know, something got in it. It's flushing itself out. But listen, right? Everything, not everything. I just put it in one of my posts. All right. Sometimes, and I'm just going to be real because after a while listen, when I say this is true for a lot of people. We've all heard that the fear of failure can stop people from, accomplishing their dreams or starting or whatever the case may be. A lot of people say it's fear. They blame it on fear. But sometimes it's not fear. Sometimes there's an assessment that people make, and they look at that assessment and they look at what it is they want to do, and they realize that's going to take a lot of doing. And right now, I am either stretched thin. I either have to prioritize differently. You know, sometimes you can plan out your goals, but it's not that season for you to fulfill them. You can always plan. You can plan in any season. You can plan in any season, and you can research. Those are my plan and research, you know. You can do those in any season. But it's the execution that really requires the doing part. It's the execution that requires the labor, the part that can drain you if you're not somebody who stores a lot of energy, you know. So with that being said, it's not always fear. There are people out there who make assessments in their life, and when they see their list of what it is that they want to do, and they put it next to where they're at, they're like, this is what I want to do. This is a passion of mine, but I can't do it right now. Whether it's your environment, your situation, whatever circumstances you're in, it's not always fear. It's not always fear. Because I know a lot of people are like, well, listen, I want to do this. I'm not scared to do it. It's just things is not looking the way they need to look for me to. The path ain't clear. The path ain't clear. That's all I'm going to say. Sometimes people can see that the path is not clear for them. So they just sit and they wait. But while they're waiting, they plan, they research, they feed their mind. You know, they during that time, it's just important to do things that's going to help you when the path is clear, you know? So that's just something I thought of, because there's a lot of times where there are things that I've wanted to do, grand ideas, great things, whether it was for my business or for myself. And it wasn't always fear that held me back. Sometimes it was me understanding the circumstance I was in. Maybe it was my living situation with my business. I have an office space. When I tell you I've built an office space for myself 3 times, this is the 3rd space I bought. I've bought this machine at least 4 times. I kid you not. I'm not lying. So that's something that when you assess and you wait and you plan, that's something that, you know, can be avoided. Things like that. So yeah, there was definitely a fear of losing everything again when I started over, but more so it's just the timing. I was more aware. It's like, you're not gonna make Valentine's Day gifts and promote it during Easter. It's not the season for Valentine's Day gifts. You're not gonna promote Mother's Day gifts during Valentine's Day. You're not gonna do that. Why would you? You know, it's a season for everything. So sometimes it's not fair that holds people back. Sometimes it's an assessment based off of their life, their priorities, their needs, and what their situation is, you know. Incorporating your lifestyle into what you do, everything you do, is very important. If you have a certain lifestyle that you are living, and I don't mean like glamorous lifestyle, I mean, like if you're somebody, for me, for example, I'm a routine person. Okay, I love me a good routine. It helps my mental stability. So that's something that I've stuck with. So my lifestyle is very routine. You can't call me on a random day and ask me to go out, especially if I got a house full of children. Like you just, and then you might not be able to come to me because I don't want everybody. Listen, very routine, very. There's so much that goes on, but anyway, make sure that what you're doing fits your lifestyle. And sometimes it's good to have a good routine, you know? A good routine creates consistency, and consistency is key. Consistency is key in anything you do, good or bad. Honestly, consistency will get you there. And that's just the thing. Consistency works with anything. That's how you know. It's like it don't matter what you're doing. If you are consistent enough, that wheel is gonna turn. Okay, and that's just it. That's just it. Keep knocking on that door. Somebody gonna get up to open it. Don't nobody want to keep hearing no door getting knocked on. But yeah. Sometimes it's not fear of failure. Sometimes it's not fear of failure.